Hey guys, I'm Shawn coming at you from Waco, Texas. How you doing? Today I'm going to teach you how to play Don't Ask Me Why by Billy Joel. Really a fun one. Let's do it. Let's take a listen. All the waiters in your grand cafe. All right, really fun song. In fact, I thought that I had done that one already because I just had it in my head and knew how to play it. And I thought, oh, surely I've done that one already, but I hadn't. So exciting one today. Well, guys, welcome to our Web Piano Teacher online community where we gather together to learn, play, and share the music that we love, creating a culture of encouragement for all you guys out there who are trying to learn to play piano online. You can do it if you pick the right lessons and you know how to practice. I'm going to help you how to do both of those right now. All right, guys, so we have this little introduction. This just one measure, but this is enough. In fact, you can spend a day or a week trying to get this one first measure down, but it's really the most difficult measure of the song. But, there's a solo in the middle. We also teach that, by the way. I'm going to do the piano solo that is played, kind of a salsa-sounding piano solo in the middle. We do that. But this first measure can be a little tricky, so I'm going to show you how to do it, and then also how to maybe simplify it a little bit where it still sounds good. All right, so when you're on the website, webpianoteacher.com, as a member, you can download the sheet for this. I got it really zoomed in. Look at the clarity of that whenever you can zoom in like that. It's really helpful when you're practicing. So let's get started. All right, so we are in the key of B flat. I'm using the pop piano sound on my Kawai MP11 SE. It's a great grand piano feel touch mechanism that I love. And this piano sound really sounds like it, I think. Use the concert piano sound. It doesn't really have the same pop. So I really like this one. Well, we are in the key of B flat. The left hand's going to be on a B flat, so that's all you need to know for now, just that left hand octave on B flat. The right hand, okay, is going to be on a B flat chord, F, B flat, D with 1, 3, 5. So if you look at the first things right here, okay, you're going to have just that one chord. Okay, so instead of thinking of three things, think of one thing. It's just a chord pattern rolled. Okay, you just hold your pedal down and do that. Okay. All right. So before we go to the next chord, I want to mention, I always say you got to pick the right songs. You got to pick the right lessons. How do you pick the right lessons? Well, you want something that you enjoy. Don't pick something because you think you're going to learn something from it. That's the worst reason to play something. We like to play music because we like how it makes us feel. We enjoy it. So pick something that you like. Okay. Also pick something that's not too hard, something really kind of in the middle of the road for you. Don't be trying to challenge yourself. You'll get challenged along the way. You know, that is automatically going to happen. But when you pick songs to work on, pick something that you can do without too much work, without too much trouble. It's better to play a lot of songs that are fairly easy than trying to pick one or two that are going to challenge you and make you bored to tears and frustrated and want to quit. All right, so pick something that you like, something that's not too hard. So this is not a beginner lesson. If you are a beginner, maybe you can watch the lesson just for fun if you like the song. But when you work on songs, pick something on Web Piano Teacher that is easy. I have plenty of easy lessons, really do. All right, so back to the board. Just wanted to mention that. So if you're feeling problems with this, don't get down on yourself. It's just you got to meet yourself at the level you're at. G, B flat, E flat. So what stays the same? When you go from one chord to the next, always look for the note that stays the same, because then that can be your anchor for the rest of it. So the B flat in the middle stays the same. The G and the E flat are moving up from the F and the D. It's an E flat chord. Okay? All right, so a little theory there. B flat chord to E flat chord. If you like theory and you like the Beatles, I have a new series for friend and family level members on Web Piano Teacher, Theory with the Beatles, so we learn about chords and language of music. So we played that E flat chord, we're going to play it again. So really slowly, da, 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 again, da, 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 da. And you really lift your wrist, or kind of flap, I call it, without being tight and rigid. And then the last one is the really cool chord. It's a fully diminished 7th chord over a B flat bass. So you have G, B flat, C sharp, 1, 2, 3, 5, and then your thumb's on E. Okay? Now, another cool thing is that the B flat doesn't change. You still have that B flat. So you could play this and just not even realize that the B flat never changes. But if you realize it, it really helps you. It's your anchor. Okay, that B flat stays there the whole time. So in slow motion, bum, bum, bum. Okay, notice how I'm lifting my hand. I'm not trying to connect it. And then that E comes on the thumb at the end. You go faster. You got to pedal, you start the pedal, you got to change here, and you got to change there, or it blurs, and that's no good. Or, don't do that. Some people just hold the pedal down and never even hear that blurring. Really listen so you hear it. All right, now I like to do this on my left hand. I like to play a B flat here, and then a thumb B flat. So the thumb B flat will go right in the gap, kind of like what the bass guitar is doing. 4 times plus 2 for the intro, and then he starts, Now, let me show you kind of a simplified way to do it. So when we simplify, all we're doing is make it a little bit easier so you can have fun and still enjoy the song, with the thought that maybe one day I can go to the more advanced version. It's kind of a different way to play it, where you're still playing the notes, but it makes it a little bit easier so that you can handle it, so that one day you can move up to that, okay? We can't go from point A to B and just skip all the middle, right? We have to do the work in the middle. So let's try this more simplified way. And that's just playing the chords. In fact, that's a good way to practice. Then maybe later, definitely slow, 100 times, but make sure when you're doing your repetitions on it that you're doing it correctly, because some people will do repetitions and they think just because they did a repetition that it's great, even though they're doing it wrong. Make sure it's right. Do it at a speed that you can do it correctly so that that works for you, okay? Back to the board one more time. 4, and then dun, 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 dun. Well, there's our lesson 1, and we spent a lot of time on measure 1 because it needs that much time, I think, to practice it. The rest of it's not that hard. In fact, I think the solo isn't that hard either, with the salsa piano in the middle. But I do teach all of that. That's on webpianoteacher.com. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this part 1 lesson. Talk to you later.